We're well into the month of May. We have been sheltering at home, isolated from work or school, family and friends since mid-March. I think when this began, most of us hoped that it would be of limited duration. But now we're very aware that we may well be in this for the long haul, these challenging times, this discipline that we have to impose upon ourselves in order to provide for the safety of ourselves and the greater community. It takes a great deal of patience and resilience, but it is something we must do. There is a sadness knowing that the school year is about to end, and yet there will not be graduation ceremonies for high school or for college, at least not in real time. As we look forward to the summer, so many things have already been canceled. Summer camps for children, the Ravinia Festival, Taste of Chicago, the other kinds of activities that we so look forward to as an antidote to the long Chicago winter. And indeed, the joy we have in Shabbat at the lake, at the beachfront, also will have to be put on hold. There are those who are protesting these impositions, who lack the patience, who view sometimes as a conspiracy the need to be isolated and separated. Some of that comes out of the natural sense of frustration that we must all feel with cabin fever and with an economy that has been put on hold. And there is real pain that many are feeling. And yet at the same time, we've seen some very disturbing images, whether at the Thompson Center or in Michigan or Minneapolis, in Wisconsin or Ohio, of extremists who are demonizing leadership, our government, science, and medicine. We've seen Nazi symbolism, and we know that there are people who are being exploited from their natural sense of frustration and impatience, but who are being used to foment very dangerous kinds of activities and sense of the separation and polarization of our nation. And yet, the vast majority of Americans do believe that we have to do what we need to do in order to protect the health of our nation. The Talmud teaches us that to save a life takes precedence over all other manner of requirements that we have in life. But the question is also, what does Judaism teach us about how to make our way through a challenging time such as this? Judaism is a system of observance, of rituals and behaviors, of rites that govern our daily life. Traditionally, it governs food and intimacy and time. And whether we ourselves observe kashrut or not, or many of the other specific laws of Jewish behavior, the system means a great deal. To be aware of what we eat, to be grateful for the gifts that we have, and to recognize all of that as blessing. to have a heightened awareness of our relationships, of our intimacies, to recognize the blessings that are all around us, even the smallest acts, to say a blessing when one washes one's hands, never more relevant than at the moment right now. And more than anything else, Judaism teaches us about time. The time is holy and sacred, that there's a difference between sacred time and the ordinary, that we are supposed to understand that time should not run together, but there are separations. And the greatest one, of course, is Shabbat. That God created the world in 6 days, but there was a seventh day of rest. And God rested and was renewed, refreshed. In times like this, where things seem so chaotic, embracing ritual can have added meaning. Whether that ritual is prayer or meditation, or even walking or jogging or running or biking or yoga, or your hobbies, or as people have taken up the hobby of baking or reading or art, all those things help us order our lives in the midst of chaos. That can be a blessing for us. It is also a time to connect with loved ones by phone or Zoom or Facebook or all the different methods we have. And given the fact that everyone is stuck inside together, perhaps, it might be a good time to take time for yourself as well. Find the sacred in your life, what is holy and meaningful. Each and every week, let us take that time to pause, to reflect, to be refreshed and renewed, and to recognize the world around us is indeed a blessing. Shabbat Shalom.